Ladies and gentlemen, would you please rise? We now greet the fifth grade of the class of 1987.
Good morning, Mr. Regal, Miss Fiore, Mr. Messer, Mr. Cohen, guests, parents, teachers, boys and girls. We welcome you to the 5th grade final assembly of PS 107. It is my pleasure to introduce to you the principal of PS 107, Mr. Arthur Regal.
Our final assembly is always a recognition of the individual efforts that children make, as well as the group effort that the entire group makes. As such, we do present awards to individual children as well as to large groups of children for their accomplishments. Before I begin with the introduction of our salutatorian, I would like to take just a moment to introduce the guests who are seated on the stage so that you are aware of who is before you. Beginning at the far end of the stage, and someone who will be reintroduced to you a bit later on, is a young woman named Darcel Clark, who is a graduate of PS 107 in 1972. If you would please, can you just hold the applause so that we can go through the introductions. Sitting next to Ms. Clark is Yvonne Lee Urena, who is a member of the class of 1966. The next person is Mrs. Harriet McPheeters, who is Deputy Superintendent of School District 8. To her left is Mr. John Lafredo, Deputy Superintendent of School District 8. To Mr. Lafredo's left is Mrs. Rose Freistadt, who was an assistant principal at PS 107, and I won't tell you for how many years. To Mrs. Freistadt's left is Mr. Philip Stein, who was my immediate predecessor as principal of the school, and between us, you are now looking at 40 years of leadership of PS 107. To Mr. Stein's immediate left is Mr. Marcus Pagan, who was a member of the class of 1971. To Mr. Pagan's left is Mrs. Nancy Alicia, who was the president of our Parents Association. To Mrs. Alicia's left is Mr. Louis Curcio, who was the president of Community School Board number 8. To Mr. Curcio's left is Mr. Max Messer, Community Superintendent of School District 8. And to Mr. Messer's left, Mrs. Carmen Santiago, a Vice President of our Parents Association. It gives me great pleasure at this time to present the salutatorian to you. The salutatorian is the student in the class who, in the judgment of the staff, is the number 2 student within the class. Being number 2 is, unlike Avis, it is very, very significant. The award that she receives is in the name of Belle Lera. Belle Lera was a staff member at PS 107 for many, many years. She has unfortunately since passed away. But Belle Lera's work style and personal ethics and personal morality were of the highest quality, and therefore it is particularly significant that this award be named in her honor. I want to now present to you the salutatorian of this class, Jessica Badillo.
Good morning, Mr. Regal, Miss Fiore, Mr. Messer, Mr. Cohen, guests, parents, teachers, and fellow graduates. I am very thrilled that I was selected to be salutatorian of our graduating class. I will try in the next few minutes to express the feelings of all the graduates sitting here. Today, we have reached the end of 6 years of work in PS 107. When we first entered PS 107 in September of '81, we were scared. We tightly held our parents' hands. Some of us even cried. We were leaving our parents and the security of our homes to come to a big place with strangers. Many of us said, "Take me home. I don't want to be here." But as days went by, we got used to the teachers, our classmates, and PS 107. We knew that we could leave our parents and they would be waiting for us and ask, "What did you do in school today?" As time went on, we were involved in many wonderful things in PS 107. We were always trying to win excellences, not for the movies, but for the pizza or the ice cream. The Olympics in 4th grade was a special treat. We won a trophy for our school. Things were not always great at 107. We did not like taking tests, doing a great deal of homework, not going out to play at lunchtime, or worrying if our parents would get a good report about us during teachers' conference time. Now, we are leaving the good and the bad happenings behind. Just as we felt in September of '81, we will feel in September of '87. We graduates were the big shots of PS 107. We knew everything and everyone. Now, what is going to happen to us? Thank you for allowing me to speak to you.
In honor of Jessica's achievement, she will be receiving this medallion, which is called the Lamp of Learning, which is inscribed PS 107 Salutatorian Jessica Badillo. In addition, there is a separate fund which has been set up to provide for a small gift for the salutatorian to purchase books or materials that will help her in her future schooling. Congratulations, Jessica. We will now present our first musical selection. To make the next presentation, I'd like to call upon Ms. Anne Marie Fiore.
I have the privilege of presenting the CSA Award for Student Leadership. This award is presented to the student who, in the opinion of the staff members, has shown leadership qualities that we hope all our future students will be able to emulate. The winner is Lorenzo Mitchell. Lorenzo will be getting a certificate and a trophy.
Each year, the Elementary School Principals Association of New York City presents a single award to the student who has demonstrated consistent, outstanding achievement in all of his academic areas, as well as has demonstrated the kind of work habits, moral leadership, and character befitting this award. This year's winner of the Elementary School Principals Association Award is Charles Wooten. By the way, while Charles is coming up, I think the audience ought to be aware that the students who are the award winners do not know until the moment their names are called that they are the winners. If they appear a little stunned, it's because they probably are. Charles is receiving an award which reads Certificate of Award. This certifies that Charles Wooten has been awarded the certificate for outstanding achievement on this date. Charles, congratulations. The next award will be presented by the woman who had been the assistant principal at PS 107 for many, many years and is still a very dear friend, Mrs. Rose Freistadt.
I'm going to take the privilege of age to take a moment to say something more than just I'm presenting this. Mr. Riegel was very kind and said he wouldn't indicate how many years, but you remember how eloquently Jessica said how she felt in 1981. That's the way I felt in 1945 when I first came to this school. It's taken me a long time to get to this point, and I am overwhelmed by what I see. I also want to take this moment, since it's the first time I can publicly congratulate Anne Marie Fiore on becoming assistant principal. She has worked hard, I worked hard alongside of her, and I know how good she is, and I wish her the very best. And now, the reason I am actually here is because I have a certificate of merit to give to somebody who has earned this because of her excellence in expressing herself in writing. This is presented by the New York City Association of Teachers of English, and it is a privilege to give this award to Norma Torres. I think she earns it. Norma, too, receives both the certificate and this trophy, which is PS 107 Writing Award. No question, Norma Torres.
We began inviting alumni of the school who have succeeded in their various activities and in their lives to come back to greet the students and to serve as a role model to all of the young people sitting in the audience to see that people from their community have really done very well. And it's a pleasure at this time to introduce to you Yvonne Lee Urena of the class of 1966.
Good morning, everybody, and congratulations to each and every one of you. I'm here to give an award in Communication Arts to Nora Torres. Congratulations.
One of the major areas of study within the school, obviously, is mathematics. And I'd like to call at this time upon Mrs. Annette Gladstein, who is the teacher trainer of mathematics within the school, to present an award in honor of the student who has shown excellence in mathematics.
The world we live in is truly a math world. It is a world of numbers, lines, pairs, and squares. Modern technology has added the language of computer science. To be happy and successful in this world, we have to handle it all. The Math Award is given to the student who has shown outstanding ability in problem solving, concepts, and computation. I am proud and privileged to present this year's Math Award to Victor Freitas of Class 502. I'd like to add that I know Mr. Cohn for a very long time. I know the math teacher trainer at 174, and I know that all of our students are going to be in excellent, excellent hands. Victor?
Within the school, there is always the group of students who are almost unrecognizable at the end of June as compared to the beginning of September. I would like to call upon Mrs. Nancy Alicia, the president of our Parents Association, to present the awards to those students who have shown the greatest amount of growth during the course of this school year.
John Perillo, come up.
John Perilla. Vanessa Rivera. Rebecca Sarmiento. And Jason Mitchell. For the students who have demonstrated outstanding citizenship, which is really a very important part of living in our society, I would like to call upon one of the fifth grade teachers, Mrs. Libby Saltzman.
The Citizenship Award is being presented to Sean Purvis. To Crystal Portia. To Pablo Diaz. And Adeline Marrero. Congratulations to you all.
I mentioned a few minutes earlier that the very healthy, happy-looking gentleman sitting in the center of the stage and I represent 40 years of leadership within the school. Well, of the 40 years, I can assure you that Mr. Stein's 23 is were greater and I think maybe in many ways more significant than my 17. It's a wonderful experience for me each year to greet Mr. Stein after his many years of retirement, to come back to join us each year at our closing assembly and to make an award which is to the student who is the most creative student, and that was established in Mr. Stein's name because of his own interest in creativity, Mr. Philip Stein.
I feel like the manager of a baseball team when it's on the road. PS 107 has always been my home grounds, and I still think of it that way. And as a matter of fact, before coming over here this morning, I stopped off at 107 just to say hello to some of the few people that are left that I still remember and remembered me, and to look at the building that was my home for so long. First, I'd like to extend my congratulations to all the boys and girls who are graduating. That's not the right word, I know, but who are graduating from PS 107, and to their parents who justifiably should be very proud today. It's a great day, and I hope it's only the first of more and more graduations. That's the key. I'm asked to present the certificate for the most creative student of the class. The selection was made by Mr. Riegel and the staff, and I am honored myself that my name should be connected with this award. There is the medallion, there is a certificate, and there is an envelope which contains a check. That's the material part of it. They all go to Michelle Medina.
We have established this year an award for the child who has shown the greatest amount of improvement in reading during the course of this school year. The person I would like to call on to make this presentation is the woman who has recently become the teacher trainer of communication arts at PS 107, Mrs. Averill Dewison.
It is my pleasure to present the award to the student who has shown the greatest improvement in reading. This award is presented to Tanika Melly.
We live in a world in which our knowledge of the world and what is happening currently becomes increasingly important, and if we are, as a school, to produce students who are educated people, it is imperative that we teach them social studies and current affairs so that they do become well-rounded people. The United Federation of Teachers has established an award for the student who was the outstanding student in the field of social studies. I would like to call upon the chapter chairperson of PS 107 to present this award, Mrs. Myra Goldstein.
As chapter leader of Public School 107, and on behalf of the Association of Teachers of Social Studies of the United Federation of Teachers, I am proud to award this Certificate of Merit to Shahid Benjamin for outstanding achievement in social studies.
A number of years ago, there was a principal within District 8 whose name was Al Oliver. When Dr. Albert Oliver died, unfortunately prematurely, the Community School Board of District 8 established an award in his name for the student who was most deserving of an award that signifies the commitment to community service, the commitment to brotherhood, the commitment to helping one's fellow man. To make this award, I'd like to call upon Darcel Clark of our class of 1972. While she's coming up here, I'd like to tell you a little bit about Ms. Clark. I say Ms. Clark, Darcel comes easier to my mouth than Ms. Clark. Darcel was a graduate of the school, went on to intermediate school, high school, college, has graduated from law school, is currently an attorney, and is currently on the staff of the Bronx County District Attorney. She is truly, in my opinion, a heroine within the community, and is truly a role model for our students. Darcel Clark.
Thank you very much, Mr. Regal. Before I present the award, I'd just like to say a few words to the graduates. I'd like to tell you today that I'm proud of all of you. There are a number of you that I know you or your parents, or I grew up with your brothers or sisters, and it's an honor to come back to 107 and to speak to you as graduates on your graduation day. Every graduation, you never remember what the people say to you or whatever, but I hope you do take these words to heart. I just want to say that in order to succeed in life, I think that all of you should remember that you have to believe in yourself. I know that each and every one of you have what it takes to become a success in life. I know there are people that are going to tell you that you can't make it, that people from our neighborhood never succeed. Well, look at myself and some of the others. This is only the first of many graduations in your life, and it's a major achievement, and I want you to recognize that. It's an honor at this time to present this medallion and certificate of merit for the Dr. Albert G. Oliver Award for Community Service to Maria Thomas. You okay? There you go. Congratulations.
Moving along in the program, I guess you must be aware that this year is the 200th anniversary of the Constitution. The Constitution, which is the law of the land, is now 2 centuries old and our democracy is still here, and America is still the greatest place in the world to live. In order to honor our Constitution and to honor America, our students will present a medley of patriotic songs for the occasion. Cook won't be ready until 20 after 11 anyway. One of the components of a school, or for that matter, a society, is the willingness of people to render service. We have students within the school who render a great deal of service, and at this time we choose to honor them. I will call the names, and as you hear your name, please come forward, and Mrs. Wilson will make the presentation to you. Judy Cora, Jessica Badillo, Ava Banks, Kenneth Jenkins, Varney Hodge, move down please so we can get everyone across the stage. Jesus Lopez, Stephanie Roberts, Jessica Mangual, Crystal Porcher, Caprice Knight, Pablo Diaz, Marissa Gomez. Move that a little bit further, please. Kelly Mack. Ercilia Rodriguez. Keith Williamson. Lorenzo Mitchell. Judy, move down a little bit further, please. Alan Murray. Tyrone Gillis. Raheem Davis and Kevin Yarborough. Mr. Cohen, we need a little bigger stage. Can we have a nice round of applause for all of these award winners? Please take your seats. One of the most difficult things to achieve, oddly enough, is 100% attendance. If we think of our own lives, how many of us have gone through an entire year without ever being absent from school or our jobs or any other responsibilities? We have 4 people who have never been absent from school, even though there were the belly aches and the bad weather and the colds and all the rest of it. They were here every day. I'd like to call upon Mrs. Phyllis Campbell to make this presentation.
Good morning. It gives me great pleasure to present these certificates to Keith Williamson, Pablo Diaz, Frank Lasser, and Rashid Davis.
The ancient Greeks spoke of the idea of a sound mind and a sound body. We at the school have administered, under the direction of our physical education instructor, Mr. Olivet, the physical fitness testing, and I'd like to call upon Mr. Olivet and Mrs. Maxine Kelly to present the students who will receive the Physical Fitness Awards.
It's with great pleasure that I present these awards. 5-4-15, Pablo Diaz. Rashawn Alston. Willie Savage. Maritza Gomez. Jessica Estrella. From 5402, Jessica Badillo. Lizette Morero. Tashana Smith. Alan Massey. LaShawn Farrington. Keith Williamson. Jesus Lopez. Eric Frazier. Alan Conyers. Stephen Astacio. Stephanie Roberts. From 5413, Raheem Davis. Tyrone Gillis. Shahid Benjamin. Terry Lofton. Jermaine Foist. Alan Murray, Caprice Knight, and Margaret Noel. Do you want them to start with that?
Just turn around now. Turn around and face the audience.
Did he get one?
No. There you go. Can we have a nice round of applause for all of them, please? Smile, you're supposed to be happy. We now want to take a moment to recognize our Honor League. The Honor League is comprised of two categories. We have the Honor Roll, which is made up of students who are on or above grade level in all subject areas, have demonstrated excellence in all of their academic areas, have shown the kind of work habits, behavior, and diligence which makes them worthy of being placed on the honor roll. Second category is the honor roll honorable mention, which is for those students who have worked very hard this year, have achieved a great deal of success, have shown a great deal of growth, and we hope that in the coming years we'll be able to be on the honor roll. I will be calling these students' names. Will they please stand and face the audience as their names are called? For the honor roll, Jessica Badillo, Jesus Lopez, Crystal Porcher, Norma Torres, Charles Wooten, Margaret Noel, Rebecca Sarmiento, Maria Thomas, Nora Torres. These are the members of this year's honor roll. Will all of them please stand and face the audience now? You may be seated. Now for the students who are on the honor roll honorable mention, again, you will receive your certificates after the program this morning. Please rise and face the audience when your name is called. Judy Cora, Telly Mack, John Perilla, Stephanie Roberts, Raheem Davis, Tyrone Gillis, Tyrese Jackson, Caprice Knight, Jessica Mangual, Adeline Marrero, Michelle Medina, Tamika Adams, Lenny de la Cruz, Pablo Diaz, Jessica Estrella, Nokisha Glover, Maritza Gomez, Frank Layson, Faith Mayo, Carlos Rivera, Vanessa Rivera, Willie Savage, Talea Stevenson, Naikim Todd. That's cheating. Sean Vaughn. Melanie Montiel. Melissa Montiel. Dorema Rivera. Sigrid Hernandez. Russell Jameson. Will all of the honorable mention winners please stand now? You may now be seated. Next presenter of an award, which will be the Science Award, is a young man sitting sort of in the center of the stage, whose name is Marcus Pagan. Marcus graduated from PS 107 in 1972, and his academic career has moved forward in a really exemplary fashion. Marcus, one of his teachers, is still here. Graduated from PS 107, went on to intermediate school and high school, college. Marcus is now an attorney. He is working for investment bankers, and he is truly a success. I want to tell you a quick story which Marcus told me, said to me over the telephone. He told me when he passed the bar exam, he was waiting online to sign the book, which apparently lawyers sign when they become members of the bar. Now, the students in the honor roll, after the program is over, will be given the opportunity to sign into our honor roll book. When I called Marcus, Mr. Pagan, and invited him to join us this morning, he said, you know, when I stood online ready to sign the book, having passed the bar, my memories went back to PS 107 in 1972, standing online, waiting to sign the honor roll book. Well, I must tell you, that was a very touching, moving experience for me, and I wanted to share it with you. As I introduce Marcus Pagan to you, I really feel a great deal of pride in his achievements, as I do in the achievements of Darcel Clark and Yvonne Lee Urena. Marcus Pagan.
Thank you. I'd briefly like to say to the graduating students that 107 has prepared a foundation for you that you have to build on, and that foundation will enable you to do anything that you want to do, anything at all. So don't make a decision today or tomorrow, but think about it, because the opportunities are just enormous. You can do anything you want because you came from 107 and you're good kids and you're all smart. I'd like to present the Science Award to Kenneth Jenkins.
It appears that I made an error in the program, and it is, I'm afraid, I hope the last time that the superintendent will be upstaged this morning. However, the next presentation will be made by our community superintendent, who has established a Max Messer Scholarship Award, which he will describe to you. It's with great pleasure I present our community superintendent, Mr. Max Messer.
Mr. Regal, I made sufficient note of your error. You will hear about this. You will be in my office tomorrow morning. The Max Messer Scholarship Award was created approximately 7 years ago. And it was created to provide a little hope for those students who may not perform up to expectations in their earlier school years. What it represents is an achievement award for that student who makes the greatest progress in reading and math in the terminal grade of the elementary school, intermediate, or junior high school that child attends. It's somewhat symbolic because the superintendent of this district was a late bloomer, and it provides hope. If you work hard, you can achieve. This year's Max Messer Scholarship Award for Academic Improvement in Community School District 8 for Public School 107 goes to James Myers.
We now come to the student who has been deemed to be the outstanding student in this particular class. He is receiving the award for being the valedictorian, and the award is named in the memory of Martha Shapiro, who again was a staff member at PS 107 for many, many, many years, and who again represented the highest standards and qualities of humanity, of achievement, of excellence in all areas. It is with great pleasure that I call upon our valedictorian this year, Jesus Lopez.
Good morning, Mr. Regal, Mr. Fiore, Mr. Messer, Mr. Cohen, guests, parents, teachers, and fellow students. Today is a very exciting day in our lives. We are leaving PS 107, a place that has been like a home to us for 6 years, and going into an unknown place, IS 174. What does the future have in store for us? What will IS 174 be like? Will we be with our friends as before, or will we find new ones? When Mr. Eagle called Jessica and me into his office, he had a very stern look on his face. We were scared. Was something wrong? Jessica was told that she was salutatorian of the class, and I was valedictorian of the class. We were both very proud to represent the other children in the 5th grade who had worked so hard to be where they are today. How would I, as a spokesperson of the class, convey the thoughts of all of us leaving PS 107? As I sat down to write this speech, many thoughts came into my mind. We had many doubts and fears of a new school, new teachers, and a new environment. However, we must feel that we have been well prepared to face all of these things. When we were young, our parents helped us learn and get ready for school. When we entered PS 107 in September 1981, our teachers, principal, assistant principal, and parents had to work together to help us get ready for this day, June 24th, 1987, the day we leave elementary school and go into the intermediate school. Leaving 107 makes us realize that we are growing up and that we will think about our future more seriously. We will think about our intermediate school days, our high school days, and maybe even our college days. In September, as we walk into IS 174, we will be as bewildered as we were when we entered kindergarten in 107. We no longer are the seniors of the school, we are the freshmen, and that makes us a little uneasy, not knowing where to go, what to do, and what is expected of us. But we should have faith that our fears will pass quickly. Don't misunderstand me. We are glad that we have grown up and are ready for the next step in our lives. We have been well prepared to handle ourselves in different situations, and we will always make PS 107 proud of us. We look forward to a future filled with success. Watch out, IS 174. Here we come.
I am pleased to present the Lamp of Learning medallion to Jesus for his outstanding achievements, as well as a small gift which comes from the fund that was set up in Martha Shapiro's name for him to purchase something that will be of great value to him in his future schooling. Congratulations, Jesus. One of the, I guess, hallmarks of what we try to accomplish in our school is to develop a sense of warmth and closeness between the children and the staff and the parents. And in the end, we do create a great many friendships. Well, in honor of these friendships, a medley has been arranged which is comprised of That's What Friends Are For, and as we look forward to the future, we've only just begun. before we conclude our program, there are just a couple of brief items. First, each year we present, which is again a surprise, an award for parent leadership. Each year, a parent who represents the highest qualities of leadership, of service to the school, is honored for his or her efforts on behalf of PS 107. This year, we have selected a very humble, modest woman who is always in school, always helping, and is really a role model for people to see how they can truly contribute to the workings of a very large institution. It gives me great pleasure to present the Parent Leadership Award to Mrs. Rafaela Divas. For those of you who do not know, Mrs. Divas, when she stopped to kiss Mrs. Converser, who's one of our kindergarten teachers, is really almost a member of the staff. When she's not here, I think she wants to call in to say that she's not going to be here. Mrs. Divas, we thank you so much for everything you do for us. This kind of a program doesn't get put together by accident, but rather as a result of a great deal of very hard work. I first want to express my appreciation to the students who have been harangued and harassed, yelled at, screamed at. You made yourselves proud and you made us proud. Next, I feel very, very fortunate and very honored to have a group of staff members who worked absolutely tirelessly to put this program together. And rather than go through a whole series of categories, may I ask all of the staff members who are here now to please stand. Each of you has, in your own way, contributed to this morning. I hope that you feel as good for yourselves as I feel for you now. To close this program, I have to make up for my previous error. I will now reintroduce our community superintendent, Mr. Max Messer.
Thank you, Mr. Regal. You still have a long way to go, however. Members of the dais, parents, graduates. Graduation time is a wonderful time because you get to share in the feeling of success and happiness that children and parents have within a community school district. As I attend graduations, I hear salutatorians And valedictorians thank their parents and their teachers for everything that they've done for them. And parents easily accept this thanks and share in the success of the children. But I'm reminded of a story of the child who came home from school with his report card and quickly went into the living room with his parents hot on his heels. They wanted to know how well the child had done. The little boy put his report card flat down on the coffee table, and the parent said, "Well?" And he said, "Before I turn this over, I want to remind you that half of all sociologists believe that heredity is the deciding factor in pupil success." As parents, we have to remember that children are children. They will experience success, they will experience failure, they will experience elation and frustration. And as parents, we have to stand behind them and guide them. We have to love them. We don't have to accept everything that they do, but we have to try to understand and be supportive. Our children depend upon us for that support. We are in a year of the 200th celebration of the anniversary of our Constitution. And that Constitution provided all of us with certain rights. A right to dream and to achieve. A right to certain successes and freedoms. But that doesn't come easily. You heard Jessica Badillo talk of how she went to school with trepidation. And just like the little boy who was entering school on his first day for weeks was afraid and frightened, actually shaking. And this parent said, "Well, you have to go to school. You're 5 years old, 6 years old, you must go to school." And the little boy the night before was crying. "I don't want to go to school. I don't want to go to school." Well, the parent tried to reassure him. Next morning, bright and early, the child got dressed and with great trepidation went off to school. And while at school, that child attended class and met all of his teachers and was very polite and did all of the work, learned his letters and learned how to add a few numbers together, went to recess, paid attention, did everything that a child has to do to be a success. Went home at night, and the mother said, "How was it?" And he said, "Oh, not so bad. This is what I did. I went to school, and I went to recess, I went to lunch, and I paid attention in class. I did all of these things." The next morning, the parent went in to get the child up, and the child looked up at the mother and said, "What do you want?" She says, "It's morning. You have to go to school." He says, "You mean I have to do that all over again?" Well, if you're going to succeed and you're going to reap the benefits of what this country has to offer, yes, you have to work hard. You've heard it before. Success is 1% inspiration, 99% perspiration. You have to put your shoulder to the wheel and work. And in working, you'll succeed. You set your goals, you set your ambitions, and you try to achieve them. Our founding fathers 200 years ago set down the Constitution so that in words, their dream for this country could become a reality. 200 years later, we're still the greatest country on the face of the earth. We have the greatest people on the face of this earth within the boundaries of this country. And it's due to dreaming. It's due to people following those dreams and those aspirations that they have set for themselves and working hard to achieve. This morning, you came to 174 and that's a break with tradition. Usually schools have their graduations at their own site. And something is in the wind. People are wondering, what is this deep, dark state secret that has been kept from us? In a little while, you'll know what that is. But first, I would like to introduce two people who are going to become, in your understanding, because they are already, in my understanding and in the understanding of Mr. Regal and Mr. Cohn, two wonderful friends of the children of Community School District 8 and the children at Public School 107 in particular. I would like to introduce Mrs. Gayfrid Steinberg and Mr. Saul Steinberg. Would you please come up? Introduce it. Mr. and Mrs. Steinberg would like to say a few words to you.
You can introduce them now.
This is a very exciting day for everyone. It's an exciting day for me too, because I've got a surprise for each one of the students graduating today. I'm going to use the television monitor to help explain what it is. Well, actually, the screen.
This is one of those stories which, if Hollywood were producing it, the headline would read, "Millionaire with Heart of Gold offers hope to ghetto kids." The year was 1981. Eugene Lang was about to give the commencement address to the 6th grade class here at PS 121 in Harlem. A half-century before, Lang himself had gone to this school, gone on to graduate from college and become a self-made multimillionaire.
I was really frantically groping around in my mind. What am I going to say? What am I going to say? On the way to the podium, I got a terrific flash, a memory of Martin Luther King telling the world, "I have a dream." I heard him say that, and I said, "You must dream." And I said, of course, the way to build a dream is to get educated. And then I carried on, and I said, "And you can go to college. And because I'm going to make it possible for you to go to college, if you work for it."
It was as if the kids had won the lottery. Lang promised to send everyone in the class to a city or state college if they graduated high school. It represented a commitment of about $250,000.
The kids and the parents in the audience, it was just terrific. I mean, it was just a gasp and then a burst of satisfaction and applause. I mean, it was just an audible glow.
Today, when the kids look back, they believe Lang gave them something unique, a chance to develop and believe in themselves.
My wife and I, and indeed my family, have a dream too. Our dream is that every one of you graduating today stays in IS 174, graduates from high school, and goes on to college. My surprise for you today is a commitment. We commit to pay for your college tuition in full. So that money won't stand in the way of your getting the best college education. There's 104 of you graduating 5th grade today. I know you're all going to make our dream come true. We are doing the easy part. You and your parents have got the hard job. It's going to take a lot of studying, a lot of homework, and a lot of paying attention in class. Together, we can do it. Share our dream with us. Stay in school. Make a difference in your lives and the lives of your families. Determine your own future. Get the best education you can. We will be with you all the way. Thank you.
I'm Gayford Steinberg, Sol's wife, and I have a few things to say. I've written a number of things down, but you know, sometimes when you look at them after you've experienced all this, they're not really as appropriate as you wanted them to be. I don't think I've ever been, well, I'm just finding out I don't just cry at weddings, but I think this is the most moving, emotional experience I've ever had. And I think it's an honor for both of us and our family to be part of your future and helping you take advantage of all those opportunities that are out there for you and opportunities that you are entitled to. Often the people on the stage are not the most important people, and we certainly are not the most important people in this program. You've got the most amazing professionals that I've met. Your new principal is a fabulous man. Your superintendent, I never expected in the public school system, according to the press anyway, to meet such terrific people. Everyone I've met involved with you children is special. Yes, and Arthur, well, he was here doing this whole program. This is the best graduation ceremony I've ever been to, and I've been to a lot. I haven't met your parents yet, and I'm really looking forward to meeting them and getting to know them, as I hope they're looking forward to meeting us and getting to know us. Your parents, and you kids may, I don't know, they may be nags and tell you a lot of things that you don't want to hear often, but your parents are part of the key to your future. And we are all going to have to get together and work very hard to make this dream come true. But lastly, I want to say to all of you in those red